Great, there we are. Thank you very much. We welcome you once again to the BG Trinidad and Tobago Corporate Hospitality Suite and this morning's media launch of Global Entrepreneurship Week 2015 for Trinidad and Tobago. This is under the auspices of YBTT, NEDCO, BG Trinidad and Tobago, UTT, and others who are fully involved in supporting YBTT in this venture. I'd like to acknowledge this morning the Chair of Youth Business Trinidad and Tobago, Mrs. Dale Laughlin, and other members and executives of YBTT, the Chief Executive Director of NEDCO, Mr. Julian Henry, immediate past Chair, Mr. Richard Young, Professor Diana Reinsing, who is a special guest, the President of the University of Trinidad and Tobago, our keynote speaker, Mrs. Indira Sajiwan Ali, Executive Director of the Caribbean Center for Competitiveness, and our corporate partners, including Mr. Leslie Bowrin, Mrs. Candice Clark-Saloom, and other members of the social performance team of BG Trinidad and Tobago, members of the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Nice to have you with us. Without any further ado, as we are a few minutes behind our scheduled start, I'll invite the chair of YBTT, Mrs. Dale Laughlin, to address you. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Laughlin.
Thank you. Mrs. Indira Sajiwan Ali, Senior Economist and Executive Director of the Caribbean Center for Competitiveness. Mr. Leslie Bowrin, Head Social Performance, BG Trinidad and Tobago. Mr. Julian Henry, CEO, NEDCO. Professor Diana Reinsing, President of the University of Trinidad and Tobago. GEW, partners and supporters, YBTT directors, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is a pleasure to see you here this morning, and it is always a pleasure for me to officially launch Global Entrepreneurship Week. In this case, GEW 2015, an event that is hosted by Youth Business Trinidad and Tobago, YBTT, and that will be celebrated from November 16th to the 22nd in more than 160 countries around the world. And for me, it's always a special time because it gives us a chance to reflect as in the lead up to GEW on the impact of the work that we're doing and on whether it's having the impact and the results that we would like it to have. And I want to just quote quickly from Jonathan Ortmans, who is the president of the Global Entrepreneurship Network, which leads GEW every year, because his words give context really to YBTT's plans as we host GEW again for the 6th year. And I quote, "There has been a global explosion of interest in helping nascent entrepreneurs with brilliant ideas, but they need stronger ecosystems to help them unleash those ideas. Through better coordination and collaboration, we are empowering the next generation of game-changing startups with the ability to scale globally." End of quote. Now, 1 year ago, YBTT brought entrepreneurs together with the major stakeholders in the support ecosystem with a challenge: get connected, act now. This year, our GEW theme is building our connectivity, because research continues to show that entrepreneurs learn from interacting with one another, particularly at the early startup stage. And our theme thus calls on local entrepreneurs to continually strengthen their connectivity by investing in their relationships, their networks, and their partnerships. There are interesting new dimensions to GEW this year. One is our national survey, Public Perception of Entrepreneurship in TNT, in which we seek to discover how the wider national community perceives the support services currently being offered by the ecosystem stakeholders, and to find out what additional needs exist. Our plan at YBTT is to compile the results of this survey and present it as a working document to each stakeholder so that we can together collaborate on discussing the issues and doing something about the gaps that are identified. So let me at this time extend our sincere thanks and appreciation to the Unit Trust Corporation of Trinidad and Tobago, who has agreed to support this initiative. At the core of GEWTT 2015, though, is a series of activity-based events that give entrepreneurs the opportunity to connect and learn and use the skills needed to grow their businesses. So we start next Friday, November the 6th, with GEW on the Promenade, a connectivity event that brings entrepreneurs and support organizations together to show and talk about their products and services. Then, on Monday, the 16th of November, we celebrate the official start of the GEW, the week itself, with our opening ceremony and our youth symposium, Entrepreneurs Linking Entrepreneurs. That's going to be held at the Radisson Hotel, and it's an event that is designed to focus on the many opportunities for creative entrepreneurship that are available, particularly to young entrepreneurs. And we'll give particular focus this year to the fashion industry, 3D animation, and our national instrument, the steel pan. 5th and 6th form students from selected secondary schools across TNT have been invited to join us for the symposium. And we're privileged to have as our special guest speaker Lisa Wickham, CEO of Imagine Media International Limited, and one of the EY Emerging Entrepreneur of the Year finalists in the TNT Chambers 2015 competition. But in addition to that, we have several of YBTT's own creative entrepreneurs who are going to be there, including folks like Joshua Mangru and Brian Benoit, and one of our YBTT mentors, Alicia Charles, who's going to facilitate a creative entrepreneurship workshop. So, in broad strokes, I hope that this preview of some of the GEW 2015 events excites you to attend and to help us spread the word. All of this becomes possible really through the generous support of our dedicated stakeholders, some of whom are here today and some of whom have helped us and supported us over the years. This year, we acknowledge in particular the contribution of our GEW Platinum sponsors, BG Trinidad and Tobago Limited and USAID. In addition, we recognize with gratitude First Caribbean International Bank and the Unit Trust Corporation, as well as some other long-standing GEW partners, including UTT, NEDCO, the Arthur Lockjack Graduate School of Business, Junior Achievement TNT, Launch Rocket, and this year welcoming for the first time as partners, Plot, the Powerful Ladies of Trinidad and Tobago, as well as the Rotary Clubs of Marival and St. Augustine. So we at YBTT intend to continue the entrepreneurial conversation this year, though beyond November 22nd and into 2016 as we celebrate our 15th year as an NGO. Our message to TNT's young entrepreneurs is that we believe in you. Your creativity, your innovativeness, your passion and determination and courage are the qualities that are going to make you successful as entrepreneurs. YBTT's role as a support organization is to join with the policymakers and others in the ecosystem to create the enabling environment that supports your efforts. So let me end by thanking you all for being here with us this morning. Folks, we are all partners in the entrepreneurial ecosystem. We share a common goal to support our young entrepreneurs as they start up, as they scale up, as they strengthen, and as they sustain. Let us collaborate to ensure that more and more of our young people know that the support ecosystem exists, that they see the support ecosystem as relevant to their needs, that they have a quality experience every time they access it, and that they have a steady supply of success stories to motivate them and empower them. To the members of the media, thank you very much. Special thank you for your support in helping us tell our story. At the end of this event, we're going to provide you with a comprehensive list of the 2015 activities for your information. So folks, thank you all very much. Thank you so much for being here.